Without further ado, we'll present and bring up Agnel. I always say his
Give me a hand.
name.
Give me a hand.
How you doing?
Remember where you got to hold it, right?
Yeah, you gotta hold
Right
it up
there.
like the rap mic.
Okay,
All
we're
right.
wrapping the day. Okay.
Yeah.
Buy
It's-
more houses.
Give you the beat. And so, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Agnel. I'm a husband. I have a son. I'm in tech sales. More specifically, I sell surveys to Fortune 500 companies, and and I'm 29. Really,
Yeah, when I first met him, and he was like, I just learned. I mean, we've been talking all the time. Like we talk all the time. For his since he's been a member, and I never knew he had a wife until he sent the pictures in. When we put the presentation, I'm like, "You're married?"
yeah. That picture is us pre-baby. When we
Yeah.
had sleep and all that stuff like that, and then we had Skylar. So what happens?
And so this is the funny part. Like I said, I've been knowing him for a while, and he came up to me like at a case study one time, and he was like, Adrian, this is my brother. It was only those his two brothers, but he had only one with him at the time, and I was like, oh man, super excited. Like, man, I'm proud of your brother. You need to be like him because he's the youngest. He's the baby. And so we just go into 10, 15 minutes, and so I come in and I sit down. I'm gearing up for case study. And he walks over and finds me. He's like, Adrian, I want to introduce you to my brother. And I'm thinking this dude is like loco because I'm like, I just met your brother, right? Because, if you're not looking at them at the same time, you think it's the same person. And then after the case study, I looked at him, I was like, oh, those are two different people. Because all doing the case study, I'm thinking, why did he introduce me twice, his brother twice? I don't know. But anyway, I'm sorry. Tell us a little bit.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit why did you join Lifestyles?
Well, the reason I joined Lifestyles was because, I graduated college and just entered the workforce and just started making too much money too fast. And it was just like, what's next?
I feel so sorry for you. Poor you.
I'm just gonna be honest, right? For a 24-year-old, I was like, okay, this is going okay. But I was just like, what's next, right? I've always wanted to do real estate and just wanted to, expand my horizons. While yes, I was making money, but I was making retirement money. I was making work to 80, 90, and pass something crumbs over to my kids. So I wanted to give over a legacy, and I was just thinking about that, right? So, my family, we're first generation American immigrants from Dominican Republic. And so we grew up super, super poor in North Philly. So I just, was just on a mission to figure out how to, learn something new. So what happened was that, I first thought LU was a scam. Just a natural effect, right? Like you're sold everything, multi-level marketing, whatever, and that. But I had a person talk to me about LU, and I was like, good for you. I appreciate the information. And then I had someone else. They were not related at all, and I'm just like, good for you.
Good for you.
And then, I had quite honestly, I had a coworker that I sat behind. We became really good friends, and I asked him, and, he's like, yeah, my sister and brother are in real estate. And I'm like, and, something just told me to ask him how did your sister learn it all? And he told me she joined this group, and I'm like, tell me about it. So, yeah, she's like, join this group. And I'm like, all right, tell me what the group's name. I'm curious. And he's like, all right, I'll text her. So he texts her, and he's like, Lifestyle is unlimited. And I'm like, all right, I'll sign up. I'll sign up. It's expensive, but like okay.
But the cool thing about this group, and I thought of this when you said that. The cool thing about this group is usually, like I've been to, before Lifestyles, been to other real estate group. The difference I've noticed that it's like the presenters making the money and telling you how to do something or whatever. But in Lifestyles, when I came, me personally, and I joined, it was like the presenters are, it's more about the members actually changing their lives. Like if you're sitting next to someone, definitely, I think Chris alluded to it earlier, but talk to the people next to you, especially, the ones with the blue tags or whatever, and ask them, because it's like you'll see the room, a room of people being successful and not just listen to someone on stage that claims to success. That's the huge difference, and I think this group and other places. And it's the abundance mentality from the audience member that says, wants us to know. Great job. Thank you. But so this is a cool property. This is one on Mayo Street. Tell us a little bit about what you got going on doing to the kitchen.
Yeah, for sure. So, just to share a little bit about the project as a whole. Mayo Street was really a project that just wouldn't have come about if I wasn't part of Lifestyles, right? It was a project that the other investors into the property were just bleeding money and needed to get rid of it. So quite honestly, it didn't really need that much work. So it was just a blessing for us, right? The two biggest things on this property is the kitchen and the foundation that we did. So the kitchen, what we're gonna do is we're actually ripping out that kitchen and adding full cabinets to go all to the side of the house and putting granite in it. And then everything else is really just paint and just touch.
Yeah, this was a lighter rehab. Some of the stuff is out you see on the right side. The after they're already done. I think you were telling me you had to do the foundation and some other light stuff.
Yeah, and this property is an anomaly for me. I like big rehabs. Well, I've learned that I've liked big rehabs. So,
What was this, about 30?
Yeah, this is about $30,000 rehab. Yeah.
So a little bit smaller rehab.
Smaller.
Usually in Texas, what we do see, I mean, it's not unusual to see, 70 or higher, but this was one that didn't take a lot.
Yeah, I don't discriminate. So when they said there was money in it, I was like, sign me up.
Yeah. This is in Commerce, Texas. Where do you live?
I live in Aubrey, Texas.
Aubrey. Okay, so.
Yeah.
Anybody know where Commerce is? It's out in the sticks.
At
right?
least y'all know where it was at. I found out when I bought the house. I was like, okay, Texas A&M, baby, let's go. I was like, okay, awesome.
Yeah. Hey, invest where you want to invest and live where you want to live.
Yeah.
All right, here's the numbers. I'll let you run through it, and then I'll just come back in.
Yeah, and obviously these numbers are super conservative, right? So after repair value came in at 190. We bought it for 110. Rehab about 30,000, and then the equity capture around 34,000. The cash out of pocket's actually a little bit lower than that, but we like to have conservative numbers so that we're not scared when we're on fire. The rent 1,600 and I'll tell you now, like I get a call on this house all the time, right? We're still tweaking a couple things because we want to make sure we're not slumlords, right? We want to provide a very safe and quaint, warm home for a family. So
He'll teach you that on this 2 days.
So yeah, the cash flow to 292, but honestly, I just like equity capture, the cash flow. I'll let my kid play with it or something. But for like college, right? Texas A&M. Yeah. So the equity capture is 208%. That's what really got me excited, just because really.
You sound excited.
I'm very
Excited?
monotone. I'm very monotone.
It's gonna get.
And which is crazy because I'm in sales, so I'm just like, great. Very monotone guy. Yeah, but this is one of two projects I'm working on right now. I bought another house. Can I talk about that, or
We'll get there in just a minute.
Okay, cool.
Let's focus on this right
Be
now.
giving the people all the jewels.
Oh, okay. I just didn't want to leave Nikki out over there.
No,
Big
Oh,
fan.
we're gonna bring Nikki up. I was trying to surprise the people, but you don't get too excited, but you ruin surprises.
Oh, my bad. My bad. That's what my wife says. She's like, yeah.
All right, so 208% return on equity.
Yeah.
That's the kind of deal you like.
Yeah, I love those deals. Great deal. Yep.
Picked up just shy of 35,000.
Yeah.
Relatively light rehab.
Relatively light.
Let's pull the room. Who would deal this deal? Who would do it? Liars, all of you.
Yeah.
Liars, all of you.
Yeah.
We could call you up tomorrow and say, hey, we got a deal just like the one on case study. And you'd be like, well.
Cash out of pocket 10,000. Well,
Now, some of you would because you've got
Now, if
Adrian.
you talk to me, you're gonna get on it, right?
Yeah.
But I don't want to leave out Brandon and Nicole because listen, I'm gonna tell you, North Texas, we killing it. With my realty team, Danny, Nikki, them, and yeah, we killing it.
Yep.
Okay, some of y'all didn't like that online, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how life's now since joining, how it's changed your life.
Yeah, so it's changed my life immensely just because, there's just a lot of things you learn in life, but not all things that you could transfer to your kids. So that's my wife and son, and my kids, he's 11 months, he'll be one soon, right? And I just look forward to the days where he gets a little older, and I can just, obviously, he gets sent to college and do all this stuff like that, but I can just, show him how to do like tangible things like, hey, son, let me go teach you how to buy this shack that someone lives in and turn it into a home so that you can pay for college or provide for your wife and whatnot. So that was really good. Reducing taxable income, right? That's always great. Uncle Sam is not a friend of mine. It just helps us immensely on just, not to rely on the 9 to 5 that we all love.
Right. What is some of your short-term goals and long-term goals?
Yeah, so short-term goals, I want to buy more houses, so I need to make more money and sell some of my houses. So that's really, like, I'm a simple guy, right? Meat and potatoes, and Luke Combs. I love country music. So yeah, those are short-term goals. And long-term, and I'm the type of person, like, I'm not rushing to retire. Like, I like what I do. But, it's I'm 29.
Options.
I'm 29, so like I'll say immature stuff. I like bragging rights when I go to my neighbor's house and he's like, "Hey, I have a Tesla," and I'm like, "Well, I own 4 houses," So those are,
Okay.
okay. And I drive a Versa, so that's where my money's going.
How long you been a member now?
We're going on 2 years.
Yeah. So not a long time. You've accomplished a lot. Next.
You got 4 properties? We don't have the portfolio slide. So you got 4 properties now, is that what you said?
Yeah, well, my primary residence and 3 investments. So
All right.
I own a house in Whitesboro that was fun, a fun learning experience.
You know where Whitesboro is?
Yeah.
It's out by Commerce.
No, it's not.
Like, kind of
not.
It's on that side.
It's by the fact that it's nowhere. Like, it's in the middle of nowhere, right? So yeah, no, and Whitesboro was a great example of, like, you can buy a house anywhere and someone's gonna want to live Whitesboro is one of the smallest towns I've ever been in, right? And I'm just like, oof, how am I gonna get this house rented? And it rented like that, and my tenants are awesome. Commerce, right? Tech Sales and Jaimee. So that house is, it's a hot commodity right now. But then I also own a house in Bonham that one of the lifestyles realtors found for me. That one, the equity on that one, I'm excited for. It's in the 50s to 60s when we're finishing it. And when I said I like big projects, that's a big project. That house didn't even have a floor, so I'm excited about that.
Did you take pictures?
You said, did I take pictures of the house? Yeah, of course I take pictures so I can.
You got a case study coming up in 3 months
Yeah.
with this guy right here.
So I can show my neighbor.
He'll be back, y'all.
But anyway, so that's me.
So, your mentors, you like working with me?
Yeah. Adrian's fun to talk to, right?
What a salesman. What a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grade school teacher, talks about that and making a bunch of money,
I don't know. I know we'll get on the phone and he's like asking me a question and we'll just run down a rabbit hole and I think he gets comfort in talking to me or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
but I'm
right.
there for him though, there for my members.
You didn't mention this, but one of the houses I was gonna buy, I'm in France, and Danny sends me a house. I'm in the Louvre, and he's like, "Hey, I think this is a good house for you," and I'm like, "Make it happen, Danny." So I email Adrian. He calls me right away. It's like 1:00 in the morning in France, and he's like, "Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I see the numbers for this house. Like, it looks like a good house, whatnot." And I'm like, Adrian, I'd love to talk about this house, but I'm in the Louvre right now. And he's like, the Louvre? Like, what's the Louvre? I'm like, in France. And he's like, you're buying a house in France? Dude.
I'm like, France, Texas?
Dude, we have to do a case study about it. This is awesome.
I'm all excited. I forgot about I forgot about that. I'm literally I'm super excited, and I'm thinking, dude, what's your problem? I'm calling you. Do you know how rare this is for a mentor to be calling you, trying to get you to, spend time? And he's like, dude, I'm in France. Leave me alone, So, and I'm like, yeah, this is case study material right here. So I hate that one failed. That one, you didn't, like I said, that one failed. Yeah. But it's all good. Oh, man, I forgot about it. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
So we got, I know Danny came up. Did you want to, let Nikki have a little 15 minutes of fame? 60 seconds? 30 seconds of fame?
Come on up,
your
Nikki.
time. Like 15 seconds? Come on, you better come. So you didn't work on this one. Danny, you actually closed the deal on this one, but...
She worked on my Bonham property, which
okay.
is a little bit more equity than commerce. So
how was that experience? This is Nikki, one of our new lifestyle. I guess she's been around a couple months, 2, 3. Yeah, she's been around. So some of you guys will be working with her. She's new to the team. Give her a hand. Yeah, she's out there killing it. And so basically, tell us about your experience working with the member.
Oh, he's great. He likes to talk.
Is it on?
Oh yeah.
It's on.
Oh, it's on. It's on. Oh, you talk so soft.
You just got to hold it really close to your face.
Test. Oh, okay. Yeah, you got to hold it.
Yeah, he's great. He likes to talk a lot.
Yeah.
We have great conversations.
And I admit it.
It's like therapeutic. I'm serious. You get on the phone, it's like therapeutic. I leave why am I smiling and happy? When I hang up.
It's the monotone voice.
But so what you'll do is, Chris will get into this later, the 2-day. But basically, like I say, you get on the team, you'll have access to the realtor. So, you'll have someone, like I say, she sent out a property and he was interested and he let her know and it just worked out. He ended up getting it. So that's the cool thing about, being a part of this team. You have support in all areas, mentors, real estate team. You got the life changers that teach you at the 2-day and so forth. And just this is an amazing group. So anything you want to say? Get your, no? Glad to be here? No?
I'll say this about Nikki and Danny, right? They do work with lifestyles, but they're realtors, so that's what they are first, right? So they've just been amazing helping me find properties and honestly just being that person, those people I can talk to in regards to the real estate process. Like I wouldn't own none of the houses that I have without them. And commitment that they have to use to help you find houses, but a commitment that you could give to your realtors is, for me, Danny knows when I tell him I'm ready to buy a house that if he sends me a good one, I'm gonna send it to him. I'm a close on the deal, and that's something that I really pride myself on, is not wasting my realtor's time. So yeah, these guys are great.
So real quick, I just want you to, and I know we're moving along real quick, but I just want to say, like, so if you're part of the team, we got Kane, new, you've been here a couple months too, and just got started because, and so when you see the deals, these are the guys that are going to be sending them, and so make sure you connect with them before you get out of here tonight. You want to say something real quick?
I guess.
15 seconds, go.
So, all right, yeah. Well, so it's great. It's great being a part of the company, being with you guys. Mentors are awesome, and it's really also very exciting to work with the members. And I've had an opportunity to have a few conversations with some of the members, and so we're really excited and looking forward to working with you guys in the future. So yeah, just hang in there, right?
And so don't sleep on them when they send that deal out. Get on it. All right, thanks, guys. Give them a hand.
Thank you.
Hold up. Don't run away. You still the star.
We still got questions for you, okay?
All right, got questions, and then
All
we'll
right.
end
Are
it.
there any
We have.
questions for Agnel? Myrna,
What were other costs that you're showing on that slide?
what are those other costs? Those are mainly closing costs. So you're a challenge member, right? So when single family houses, we've got two sets of closings, right? You got a closing and an appraisal when you buy it, then you got a closing and appraisal when you refinance out of that construction or hard money loan. So we separate those so you can have a realistic expectation as to where that cash out of pocket comes from. Great question. John, you got a question for him?
How easy was it to find really good contractors in that out of the Metroplex kind of area?
Honestly,
How was it finding contractors out of the Metroplex?
It's a challenge, right? Because contractors have that green thumb, right? So you always need to be shopping, and you always need to make sure that your standards are being met. So yeah, it's a difficult thing because everyone wants to be a contractor, but not everyone can be one successfully. So, advice I'd give you is just, reach out to different members that are investing in the area that you're looking to invest into, and learn their process of what contractors that they're using, and that's helpful. So, yeah, it's a difficult process, but certain things.
You could talk. I'm gonna say the members can also reach out. Now, don't forget you got mentors.
Oh yeah, you can reach out
Yeah.
to Adrian. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, any one of us, but we're right there to help you because the problem is, the thing about this group is we have so much, real estate coming through that sometimes we can overwhelm one contractor. So that's why we want you to have multiple contractors so we don't just overwhelm one and we have multiple ones. So yeah, but we're here to support you. Yeah, and he's been through the process because this is.
I've been through it.
Yeah. So,
I've been through the process.
but we're here. But he will tell you. You can talk to him after, but he definitely will tell you having the support of the mentors has probably made a huge difference for us if he was doing it, on his own. So that's
Not all roses.
Yeah.
It's not all roses. It's really hard.
Yeah, it was. It's not easy, but it's worth. But it's worth.
It's worth it. It's worth it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you think about your regular job, right? It's like, would you rather deal with that, right? You know what I'm saying? So versus this is cakewalk over here.
Right.
Got a question
considering.
online?
Any questions online?
Yeah, I got a question from Bill Herdman. How much real estate experience did you have before LU?
So I'm a failed realtor. I one day I wanted to be a realtor. So, like for me, I like to dabble in things and run into a wall until I can't run through it. So I tried the real estate thing, and so the most real estate experience I have is the fact that I know real estate, like how real estate works, because I took the classes and I've showed property and stuff like that, and the commission structures. But besides that, no, I don't know real estate, nor do I know how to fix houses. I call people.
Awesome.
All right. Well, Lee left the building. Okay, well, I guess so. Yes.
So you're self-managing the properties even though you live quite a distance from them?
Yeah, for sure.
Are you self-managing? That was the question.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm self-managing until I get to a certain threshold that I feel comfortable, and then I'll get a property manager.
And here's why you self-manage. You fix everything up front. What are they going to call about? Nothing. So what does he do? He collects payments online.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And if somebody does call,
This
super
guy, I'm
excited,
telling you, this
right?
guy.
If something does happen, is he going to go fix it? No, he's going to pick up the phone and call somebody else, which he's very persuasive on the phone. He can get somebody out there, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
He's amazing.
Agnel, thank you so much for coming in. Great presentation.